We're here at Kendall Jackson with Sonoma State University to answer your questions.
What's your name?
I'm Samantha.
Hi Samantha, where are we?
We're at Kendall Jackson Wine Estate in Santa Rosa, California.
Ooh, when is it founded by?
Kendall Jackson was founded in 1982 by Jess Jackson and his family.
Samantha, can you tell me a little bit about Jackson Family Wine?
Yeah, so Jackson Family Wines was also founded in 1982 by Jess Jackson, and he is the owner of that company as well. It includes over 40 wine brands in California, Oregon, Australia, South Africa, Italy, France, and Chile. And they are the parent company of Kendall Jackson and the 40 other brands, and so they are in charge of overseeing their companies.
Wow, that's amazing. Thank you. Oh, Samantha, tell me about Kendall Jackson's mission and value.
So Kendall Jackson's mission statement was originally to create premium and affordable California wine, but then they kind of developed it over the years to make it about family and friends and sharing good memories.
Oh, that's so lovely. Samantha, tell me one fun fact about Kendall Jackson, or Jess Jackson.
Jess Jackson bought his first 80-acre vineyard in Lake County with Chardonnay grapes, and that's how his first wine was ever made.
Oh my God, that's amazing. Samantha, let me ask you this question. What is Kendall Jackson's most successful wine?
So their most successful wine is their Reserve Chardonnay, Reserve Vintner Chardonnay, and it became the #1 selling in America in 1992, and it's still the #1 selling today.
What? Have you tried it yet?
I have, yeah, it was really good. We can go in and taste them right now.
Where are you taking us?
Inside Kendall Jackson.
Ooh. Oh, hello there, Andrew. Can you tell me about the products that Kendall Jackson offers?
Yeah, Kendall Jackson offers many other varietals besides their top 3 flagship wines, which are the Vintner's Reserve Chardonnay, first produced in 1982, the Pinot Noir, and the Rosé.
Andrew, how does Kendall Jackson price their products?
Kendall Jackson considers its price within the market as the best wine at the best price, ranging from $15 to $100.
Okay, that's not too bad. Wait, Andrew, where does Kendall Jackson place their products?
So the only tasting room of Kendall Jackson is located here in Santa Rosa. They have 4 production sites as well, located in Santa Rosa, Geyserville, Carneros, and Monterey. You can find a bottle of their wine on mostly any grocery store aisle.
Wait, Andrew, how does Kendall Jackson promote their products?
Kendall Jackson promotes most of its products through a volume of different multimedia tools over the internet, special events, printed advertisements, as well as word of mouth.
Hello, Julia.
Hi there!
Why do you think Kendall Jackson need 4 Ps?
We believe that the 4 Ps are important for Kendall Jackson in deciding where they stand among other sustainable wine brands and targeting that millennial market who is interested in supporting companies that are environmentally conscious.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Why are we here today? What is Kendall Jackson's biggest issue that you think?
Alright, so we're here at Kendall Jackson to analyze their biggest issue, which is how to raise brand royalty to the millennial market through a different type of business marketing strategy.
What do we recommend that Kendall Jackson does to fix this issue?
Companies that possess a strong sustainability mindset and investment into a better environment for tomorrow, they will have a great return on investment. And so with KJ, Kendall Jackson's excellence in their sustainability wine growing practices to protect our land now, our soil, our air, and our water, their sustainability practices will be successful in the long run, and it will maximize their shareholder values. So through different social media channels, Kendall Jackson should use social media platforms as a way to promote their outstanding sustainability practices to millennials and in different generations.
Hello, Brenna. Nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Can you tell me about Kendall Jackson's strengths?
So one of their main strengths is creating affordable California wine using sustainable practices.
Sustainable practices. I haven't heard about that.
Well, actually, I have my friend Brian here to tell you a little bit more about how they use sustainability in their day-to-day life at Kendall Jackson.
Can you talk a little bit more about your sustainability? Because you didn't mention that previously.
Sustainability, yeah. Sustainability is just really what it means. Anything that we produce in growing the vineyards, so if it's leaves, if it's stems, if it's canes, if it's leftover fruit, all of that is gathered up and collected so that we can put it into compost piles and actually use that to put nutrition back into the vineyards. We make sure that we watch our water so that the water comes from wells, but we reduce the amount of water that we take and to actually make the wine. For instance, it takes usually about 12 gallons to make 1 gallon of wine, and we've reduced that now to 3 gallons. And in the next 5 years, we want to be able to bring that down, hopefully, to about 2 gallons to make 1 gallon of wine.
Brian?
Wow. Can you tell me about their weakness for sustainability?
So some of their weaknesses is that they're not marketing the sustainability practices that they're using to the correct target market, and this could bring a lot more attention and attraction to Kendall Jackson.
Okay. So who is their target market?
Their target market on this is going to be millennials. That is an opportunity that they haven't really taken advantage of, is marketing to millennials, especially their sustainability practices. And some of their competitors are already creating brand loyalty with this up and coming generation, and that is something that Kendall Jackson is lacking.
Brenna, don't go yet. Hello there.
Hi.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Can you tell me how Kendall Jackson attract their millennial market?
So currently they launched a huge campaign in 2018 with their white wine emoji, that they started a buzz between millennials about to get a white wine emoji on the iPhone, and because right now they only have a red, they wanted to associate Kendall Jackson with the white wine emoji. They are due to launch in 2019, and this did create a lot of buzz. They used the hashtag white wine emoji. Lots of people got on board with this and did put Kendall Jackson's name out there in millennials' social media and thoughts.
Wow, thank you.
The white wine emoji was a great starting point to marketing to millennials, but we believe that using their sustainability practices as a marketing platform is really going to take them to the next level and keep them buzzing within millennials.
Hi, Julia. Why do you think SWOT analysis is important for Kendall Jackson?
We believe that SWOT analysis is important for Kendall Jackson because we need to identify the internal and external factors that affect them and their strengths and weaknesses. That way we can come up with a recommendation that best suits their needs.
Thank you. Andrew, how do you like Kendall Jackson so far?
You know, it's a super nice estate. They have a lot of room here. They got a cool fountain. Behind the whole property, there's sustainable gardens. They got chicken coops back there. You know, they're super into sustainable practices, so that's something I really like.
Do you think you're gonna bring your do you think you're gonna bring your pals over?
Yeah, I have before already. I've done barrel tasting here. It's a good environment. Yeah.
So 10 out of 10 recommend?
Yeah, 10 out of 10.
What's your favorite thing about Kendall Jackson?
But Kendall Jackson is one of those family-run companies that really takes care of their land, their brands, and their people. And so we're very much into keeping everything so that we have sustainability. Whatever we do today, we want to make sure it's going to be there for the future.
Do you like the reds or the whites more?
I like the reds.
And I like the whites.
So we're all.
Kendall Jackson Chardonnay was
Perfect.
the very first white wine you bought me.
Is that right? I didn't know that. She has better memory than I got.
Dun-dun-dun. Hello, team.
Hello.
Oh, nice sunglasses. So what did we learn as a team?
So I think that we learned a lot about the millennial market and how it's growing. We're the next up and coming generation, so it's really important that brands are targeting towards us and targeting towards the millennial market, and since it's changing and it's becoming more digital and stuff like that, we need brands need to think about that. Also, the wine industry is lacking millennials. They're a much older demographic, and so getting millennials to be brand loyal is really important. Millennials are also really attracted to sustainable practices, and so that if they know that a brand is sustainable, they're more likely to buy that product and be loyal to it. We also learned that having a really awesome team and a team that is reliable and loyal can really make the project and make it a lot easier to work with and make it better. So that's a really important part of being in a group project as well.
Aw, fingers in. All right, so what did we learn from doing this project?
All right. So when we first started with Kendall Jackson, our initial thought was that what attracts the millennials is Kendall Jackson's White Wine Emoji campaign. But after several reviews, we realized that millennials in our generations are more invested in brands that allow us to take part in social and environmental change and issues.
Julia, can you tell me about what you learned about teamwork?
Yeah, so doing this project, it was a lot of work and it wouldn't have been possible without every member of the team contributing equally. And we learned that especially your senior year of college last semester, there was a lot going on outside of just school and we all had to deal with that. But it was awesome that we all were able to come together and really make something out of this project that we're all so proud of.
Yay! Andrew? So if we had more time, what would we have done differently?
I think if we had more time, we would like to be able to compare Kendall Jackson with other top wineries in this area, like Constellation, Coppola, other major wine industries up here, as well as maybe comparing this industry to the craft beer industry, like Russian River, Lagunitas, or the spirits industry as well, which is a huge market for baby boomers, and who knows if it is as well for millennials.
And I think also if we had more time, we could have taken a lot more footage and compare. Yes, and we could have had a lot more footage for our video, and if we had more time to meet up, we could have met with the president or the CEO of Kendall Jackson to get more cohesive financial statements, to get more information on their company as a whole, rather than talking to just a marketing director or tasting room associate. We could have had information from a whole Kendall Jackson as a bigger company.
Everybody we worked with here, though, was really helpful and helped us out in our project as best they could.
They did.
They did.
Thank you.
Welcome to Kendall Jackson.